Hey everyone, hope everyone's doing well. I want to take some time to address the PM market because heck, everyone else is, so why can't I? So yeah, silver and gold have been slip sliding away here recently, and I'm not going to talk about the whys, ifs, and hows and all that stuff because, like I said, everybody else talks about it. But what I really wanted to address is how it will affect the numismatics or coin market, because I know a lot of people are kind of interested in how the parallel works. All right, so the price of PMs, it has a lot of pull and influence on the numismatics market. All right. Um, I guess we could go back to 2009 or whenever the recession was. Even though I kind of think the game has kind of changed these days for a couple different factors, which we'll get into a little bit later. But in 2009, the coin market had dipped quite a bit along along the lines pre-silver, ramp up in 2008, 2009. So before then, going back, what, since the 80s, after the Hunt brothers run up and then the silver market eventually crashed because, the jig was up, um, the coin market was kind of in that same doldrums too. The silver market, you guys know, was down to like $4 an ounce. It hasn't been that low in quite some time. But the big problem is with low silver prices like that, how much silver is there to buy out there? Even during the stretch of 20 years or so, from the 80s all the way to the end of the 2000 range or whatever it is, silver was still kind of hard to find. Um, in all forms, scrap silver and generic bars and rounds and all that stuff. And I was in the business since late '90s. All right, right after high school, and I was in college. I was essentially working to not only pay for college, but also buying precious metals. I couldn't afford gold then, even though it was dirt cheap. In my estimation, it was dirt cheap today. But you know, it's been kind of a thing that's less easier to predict by today's standards because there's so much more influence from the crypto market, which is a completely new concept. Although I've known about it since 2006, I think, when the idea of buying one Bitcoin unit at $500 seemed pretty ridiculous, and that was just only because where I worked at the time, one of these stockbrokers came in and say, "Hey, there's a new revolutionary new investment opportunity. You want to hear about it?" We all heard about it for 5 minutes. They were like, "Get the hell out of here." But as you guys know, yeah, that's kind of like the new revolution going on right now. And there's a lot of like influences that is simply just affecting the PM market. But I think one of the things really that's have an effect on the recent sell off here in the last month or so, and when the price of silver dips 20% in 4 weeks. I mean, that'll raise some eyebrows. How much further will it go? Is there a new support level under the support level, which is under the support level of silver? Like this new support level is like $23.10, and it's just slightly above that. But it really is the strengthening dollar that's beginning to play a role in this recent sell off in silver paper stock, I guess. I think based on what I'm seeing, like online and all that, is that bars and rounds have dipped down to, what I feel like is a level that we all can respect. Price of silver is what, 23.30 something right now, and you could buy bars and rounds like generics for around $4 to $5 above spot. So, but we haven't quite seen a correction in the coin market. As a matter of fact, it's the contrary, and this is where I'm a little bit torn right now, because normally when we see these precipitous drops in silver, gold, and any other commodity of that type, we usually see a pretty rapid trend line also in the coin market. And based off of what I've been seeing here in the last few weeks, there just isn't any, which I don't completely understand why, but usually it's a very gradual kind of movement with the PM market. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. I haven't really seen much of anything, but um, we are in kind of a simple cycle, because we are technically still in the middle of summertime, although I think we're kind of like on the back nine of the summer months. Kids are going to be heading back to school and all that. I mean, normally the coin market and the PM market cools off a little bit during the summer, and it's always been like that. But the last time it has been like that was like 2018, 2017. So I'm not going to say that it was something that happened last year, but because we were in the middle of a pandemic, and then the game had totally changed, and people were taking all their money and putting it into Bitcoin. They were putting it into PMs, and even though the premiums on any sort of bullion that's out there today is simply just ridiculous, people were still buying it. But I think that's more of a changing of the guard, because we do have a crypto market now. We do have a pretty crazy, presidential election thing happening here in November, and all the months leading up to it. It was just really hard to really comprehend all these forces that came into play to affect the PM market. Is it the end of the world? No. I think before all is said and done, because I'm a firm believer, like, if we were thinking in terms of 2015 era, I could see the PM market kind of picking up steam again in October. All right. And, we might be back up to the $25, $26 level, if that makes any sense. And then we're just going to continue to see the numismatics market just do its thing, without the help and support of the PM market, which you would expect. But I think this is just a simple sell off. I think by the time it's all said and done, we may see silver drop down to around maybe 2150 ish, and I don't know, because the silver market had a pretty big dip today, losing 93 cents an ounce, which is a pretty big ouch. But will we see more bigger drops like that? I don't know. I haven't been completely and honestly 100% in tune with all of these different kind of forces that are pulling and tugging at each other, especially the crypto. The crypto, I'm a little bit of a novice on, because I don't know quite how it all affects the PM market, if it does, because when people were making money in crypto 5 months ago, which is like everybody that, put any money into it, everybody made money. They went out and bought collectibles and coins, and yes, they even dumped money in gold and silver, platinum, palladium. And we just saw not so much a heavy increase in the price of these commodities, save for maybe comic books, sports cards, and tradable card game type stuff. But we did see a record amount of transactions, a lot of activity, and You know, the market didn't know how to respond to the crypto market. And I think because of that, we've just seen bullish activity in any asset class that you could think of from about August of last year till May of this year. And then that's when things began to unravel a little bit. People began to see more of the crystal ball factor in all this. You know, like, okay, well, the crypto market cooled off, so everything else did. Is the crypto market indeed the new facilitator today? I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, you know, crypto is still expensive. The people are starting to get back into it, like I had thought they would. You know, people sold off quite a bit of it back in May, and now they're getting ready to go back into it. And some people have. They're pushing it up quite a bit, and you know, we're just going to see some more big gains. You know, Dogecoin was more than a meme. It was a lifestyle to a lot of people. A lot of people got rich overnight just on the Dogecoin thing. Now are we going to see something like that? I really don't know. Again, cryptocurrency is the furthest from my mind. I do know that it's highly speculative, and the last thing I need to do is babysit a lot of digital currency when I have other more important things to do. That with my time, it's not so much a money thing, but you know, once I begin to lose money, then it becomes a money issue. But when time is of the essence, the crypto market is not my friend. I tried it for a few days, and I was fortunate enough to come away with my socks and underwear through all of it. But yeah, pretty crazy times we're living in these days, and the collectibles market as a whole will begin to move upwards, as I expect it to be doing here in about a month and a half, 2 months. It's already starting right now, but if we're going to, you know, speak very comfortably about it and trying to identify exactly when it's all going to happen, it's going to be right around now. So anyways, that's what I wanted to talk about. Nice, quick, little, easy video about the PM market and the coin market. They're going in like two separate directions right now. Coin market's going like this. Silver's like this for the meantime. But yeah, the strengthened dollar is, I think, the main culprit and catalyst to the movement of silver. So let's see how long that lasts. We are still in a hyperinflationary period, of course. Everything is so expensive right now still, even through the summer, even when things had dipped down 30%. That's how crazy things have gone in the last 12 to 18 months since the beginning of the pandemic, is that everything became expensive, and nobody in their wildest imagination would ever think that stuff would go up. People thought, oh yeah, nobody had jobs, so nobody would buy anything. But nope, it was the contrary there. But anyways, some more of Blue Ridge nonsensical, non-financial talk with you guys. All right, I don't want you guys to take me seriously, but you know, just listen to me just once, but don't take me seriously. I know that doesn't make any sense, but seriously, I'm not a financial guru guy. I'm just a guy living in the doghouse with kibble and cut up hot dogs. Good diet. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Oh, by the way, we didn't do a live coin Q&A stream. Everybody needed a wellness day. Congratulations to Paula Bloom. Her daughter gave birth to a kid. That is absolutely freaking adorable. And I wish everybody the best of health and wealth. Faux show. But that's going to go ahead and do it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Feel free to leave a dislike if you didn't like anything about today's segment. But that's it, guys. I'll see you on the next coin video. You guys are awesome. All right, take care. See ya.